late tonight, the 9 o'clock hour. Miami at Phoenix, and the game I'm gonna have right behind me, Denver and OKC for the second time in a week. But I want to start with talking about the election, which was a runaway. First of all, Harris, I'll do her first. She was so classless in not addressing her supporters last night. And then she came on. I noticed something about a lot of those college women that were supporting Harris. A lot of them were leftover young women. Oh my God! Now you starting leftover women at a young age? Really? You saw a lot of Hindus in the crowd supporting white folks in the crowd, and I don't know what they're supporting her for. I mean, if you heard Fox News today when she was making after her speech, those guys were just telling it like it really is, man. Just go as far away, Kamala, as you can go. Go back to India, honey. Go back to God. I'm so sorry. She's from Montreal. Jesus, that's the best Montreal can produce is her. Come on, man. I know Montreal produces better. Celine Dion to name one. Montreal produces better, but that bird, really? Come on. Biggest sore loser I've ever seen in a loss for the president of the United States. She was absolutely classless as usual. And what else do you expect from Kamala? I bet you last night they said that she was so blown away when Texas dominated all Republican, except for one little county, that she was the dragon woman that she is. And then she sends out some Tever to talk for her last night to say that she's not coming on. And just the attitude. And this is why the Democrats are no longer in house because they don't know how to treat people. You're really going to treat people better? And then did you see the latest? Shout out to Anton Daniels. All these people marching towards the border. These people, you go back because Trump is getting these people out of here. And to hear Kamala Harris lie today saying she's going to work with Trump, you are not working with the Republicans, lady. You're not. You lie. You're hateful. You're a dragon woman. Trust me, I dated a dragon woman before. That's what she is. And if you hear the media tonight, they're blaming black men. They don't dare blame who really got Trump in office. The Latino community put Trump in like it's no tomorrow, folks. Most, except for New York, the Puerto Ricans and Dominicans in New York, and the Venezuelans, and of course the Caribbean crowd, and the Mexicans and Belizeans out in LA, in Southern California. Other than that, Harris, Washington states have always been Democratic. The woman, I've never seen a country that was so red than this morning. I didn't catch the coverage of the election to 3:30 this morning, folks. And um, I think it's crazy that this woman really thought she was going to win this. And I told people she wasn't going to win. And she got destroyed, folks. I mean, the only other person I've seen destroy a candidate was Obama twice. Obama won his presidency before, wait, around 11 o'clock in the evening. 10 o'clock in the evening, he was declared the president of the United States, not once, but twice. I've never seen a president rout like Obama and Trump did. And you know Trump right now is in his glory. And let me tell you the difference between Trump and Harris. I'll do Harris first. Harris was pro immigration, pro get the black people out of here, and she failed. And where she lost it at was bringing in all these black, what do you want to call them? Female hip hop hoes, that's what you want to call them? These degenerate young women. Meg the Stallion, that's her name. All these women, rapping women, if that's what you call rapping these days. Uh, all these women, and all they did was act like degenerates. And what uh, the Democrats didn't realize, and I'm going to get deep into the Democrats before I do Trump. What they didn't realize is, let me do this again. I'm saying thank you to Miss Melina because I hit her up when I was in the hospital. But yeah, and now what's going to happen is Trump said earlier this evening that he's going to go, like I predicted he would, into deportation. And word on the street is he's going to lock everybody out of here. So if you're not an American citizen, and Kamala and that idiot, Joe Biden, the Adolf Hitler of the 21st century, because that's what he was, and he wanted to totally, him and Kamala, Kamala, let me call her by her name, Princess Kamala, wanted to exterminate black Americans. And now that plan backfired. Daniel Berry, what's up, family? Melina, what's up, sweetheart? Thank you for your your love and support, sweetheart. You know, and what this shows America is that America is united when it comes to number of things. No resources, food prices astronomical. Your supermarket, I promise you, that food prices of food. Now that Trump is in office, it'll be back to normal by March. Everything will be back to normal. And these migrant people, these immigrants, these foreigners who uh, took over Chicago and New York. It's not much to take over New York unless you're taking over the projects, because most Black Americans don't live in New York no more. Most of you have is the Caribbean, African, Haitian crowd in Brooklyn mostly, and uptown here in the BX. But most Black Americans have fled New York and went back to the South. So her ineptitude and the way the Democrats talk down to American people, especially Black Americans, is the reason why they're crying in their soup tonight. And if I see one more Joy Reid making her stupid pity call, which she is doing tonight, oh my God. I mean, have you ever seen a group of a species of women, like black women, cry over that they didn't win? Okay, let's keep it real here. They were in the Kamala camp, and I will destroy the sisterhood over the weekend, not tonight. But Harris, the sore loser that she is, the dragon woman that she is, go down in humiliating fashion. You can't make this up. So Democrats lose hard, they're not going to get back into the House as quickly as these media people say they are, because they're not going to do the things that Trump is about to do. Trump is going to unite this country, and he's going to make an example of these foreigners. Now to Trump. Trump had ideas. Don't believe that 2025 bullshit. That ain't happening. What's going to happen is you're going to see a lot of craziness in America the next probably decade coming up, beginning the day Trump gets in office, which is uh, January the 20th. And Trump is going to get these people out of here because that was a mess out of hate that Joe Biden and Kamala did combine. And these tethers, these Venezuelans, and whoever else has come here, and right now they're all coming in droves, but they're not going to get. Trump is going to make sure they don't get in here. Okay. But before I continue with Trump, let me say thank you to the beautiful Miss Molina, everybody, who was doing the Arsenal game today. Her and Moss was doing a simulcast doing Arsenal today. I peeked in from the clouds as I was getting prepared for this show. Much love and respect to you, honey. Much love and respect to you. And thank you so much. What's up, Iman? You know my picks. Matter of fact, let me put my picks on the board while. Iman, you noticed today crypto went up to over 78,000 today? I'm feeling much better, honey. Thank you so much. Hey, we pray for each other, right? I'm dead serious about that. We all pray for you, love, and I appreciate you praying for me. There goes my picks on the board: 18 and 9. Iman is 17 and 10 this year. Trump is going to clean this country up the way it should be clean. He's going to close this country off, and that's what the Democrats and the people around the world is scared of. Trump is going to close this country, period. And if you're not from here, don't come here. Okay? That's the way it's going to be beginning January the 20th. If you're not from here, we're leaving. You're packing. And you're out of here. Your bratty little brat children, because you know these mothers are going to be crying. And gotta get them out of here. They should have been here in the first place. But when you got Satan's workers, uh, uh, Biden and Harris together, and you could take the sisterhood with you. I would destroy the sisterhood who took the biggest L of all. I will kill them Saturday night when I'm doing the Dolphins up here. Raptors at Sacramento late tonight. Crypto gonna go crazy. Yes, that is true. Yeah, I'm gonna do a little bit of the Raptor game tonight. Denver and Oklahoma City at 9 o'clock. Heat at Phoenix at 9 o'clock. Lakers in Memphis in about 20 minutes. I'll take a little peek at John Morant, and of course, I'm gonna be watching the Oilers later tonight as they take on Vegas. I can't believe that game is now on TNT. TNT is only showing the Blackhawk game, so I got Washington and Nashville behind me. All I did in the hospital, folks, was watch hockey. They gave me a nice 55-inch screen. I have my own room, and they had the direct TV, and they just let me go wild. I got every channel I wanted without a problem. I got the Center Ice package. I had ESPN Plus. I had the NBA if I wanted to watch basketball, which I didn't. And I did not watch the World Series, believe it or not. I didn't care. I knew the Yankees was going to lose. And boy, I tell you, Judge is looked at very differently in this town, but that's for spring training. But back to this before I get into the football. I'm going to wrap this up right now. Trump is going to close this country off. He's going to make America, instead of a joke, which it was with the Bobbsey twins, Adolf and Shalin, that would be Biden and the Dragon Lady herself. Now things are going to get better for us, and I'll say it one more time. If you're not from here, this is a different climate now. In the past, other than the sisterhood crying for you foreigners and migrant people, uh, people will have a heart. But hey, a lot of people are broke. A lot of people can't afford food. Shit, they'll help Trump get you out, get these foreigners out of here. I can see that happening. I can see militia groups, and Trump is going to turn his back on it, just like he did January the 6th. You're going to see a lot of hostile things happening in America in the next 2.5, 3 years coming up. It's going to be very hostile here because people are suffering, people are out of work. These two clowns opened up over 3 million jobs for these migrant workers. Your ass is out the door. Out. And I'm not shedding no tears for you either. Get your asses out of here. Get your bratty kids and your criminal sons out of here. And that's exactly what the Donald is going to do. All right, let's get to football. Crypto's going crazy. I know. I heard over 78,000 today. Maybe even went higher than that. So I was watching the games this weekend, and the games were boring. They were nothing. Detroit, I knew they'll whip Green Bay. Green Bay will get them back in Detroit week 14. We'll do that game up here on Thursday Night Football. Love should be healthy and ready to go by then. Uh, who else did I see? I saw the Chiefs. That was incredible. That's why Patrick Mahomes is up there getting one of the stars of the game. But the best player to me this week, who's in that picture, and I'm going to tell you two who are not in the picture. Joe Burrow, 5 touchdowns, and now I'm 6-3 in that league, playing good football, my fantasy team. The other was Patrick Mahomes Monday night. I do agree with most of the people that Tampa Bay should have went for two and put the Chiefs away, and I think they would have got it. With 20 seconds left, they would have got the 2-point conversion. But hey, Todd Bowles wanted to play it safe, and Buccaneers don't look now, but and they played valiantly this week. On my picks this week, I got the Eagles and Cowboys over 41. I like the Cowboy moves, by the way, getting a receiver and a running back. That's what they need. I got the Steelers plus 2.5 in Washington. That's what we'll be at on Sunday. And I love LA over Miami this Monday. I don't think the Miami media, and I've been listening to them a lot, I don't think they realize that the Rams are ready to explode. They're healthy again. I would have picked this team for the Super Bowl, folks, but Aaron Donald retired, and the kid who replaced him, the kid from Florida State, has been nothing but a monster. And LA is, people think Frisco's going to make the run. LA is going to make the run in the NFC West. They're going to make the run in the West, not San Francisco. I think San Francisco could get one of the wild cards, but I think LA wins the division. And whenever Christian McCaffrey comes back, Who the hell knows? Then maybe that will pump some life into the 49ers. But right now, it's not working. It's just not working in San Francisco. I told you people that. I said they lose to the Chiefs, they're gonna have issues. Imam will make his picks on Sunday. He has the kickoff. I make my picks early because I always put $100 on my picks on my parlay. So, so we'll start with number 5 is Sam Donald. What a game he played on Sunday. Minnesota wins again Sunday night, and he threw three touchdowns, and that was a good win for Minnesota. Good bounce back win. They jump ahead of the Packers now. They're in second place, one game behind the Lions. And remember, I'll say it again: Green Bay lost the first two to these two teams. They get them back week 14, week 17, but on the road. And I think Green Bay is built as a dome team, just like the Lions when they are a grass team. Okay. What a game for Donald, and Minnesota goes to 6-2. Number 4, I'm gonna go Lamar Jackson. I know that's hard for people to believe, but I'm gonna go Lamar as the fourth star this week. I'll give Cousins number 3. Lamar was excellent, 280 yards, 3 touchdowns. Lamar is really balling, folks. I get the feeling he will be your MVP of the NFL this year. I know people like that boy don't think they'll give it to him. I think they will. Bengals and Ravens in 24 hours. I will bring that game to you. So you guys can enjoy the Bengals and the Ravens. Watch party tomorrow night. Saturday we're gonna have a open panel as we do we'll talk about the Dolphins, the plight of the Dolphins, and where do they go from here. We'll do that Saturday night. I'll be up here 5:30 Eastern time. Give you a nice late afternoon, evening show. I don't even know who the hell is playing in college football this week. College football to me ruined themselves with these super conferences. And I got news for the Pac-12. If you think UNLV, or who else is in there? San Diego State. If you think those teams are getting a bid, you're crazy. You're out of your goddamn minds if you believe that Pac-12. Your league blows. Okay? Blows. Lamar was just excellent on Sunday. I watched that a little bit of it. I was focused on the Dolphins and the Bills. One of the best games I've seen all year. Dolphins Bills this past week. And Josh Allen should be up here. He played a hell of a game on Sunday. Josh Allen's having a monster year, folks. 17 touchdowns, 2 picks. Well, our number one star is the man right now because him and Lamar and they'll collide tomorrow night in Baltimore. Are the two highest quarterbacks going right now. So Lamar is number 4. Kirk Cousins keeps doing his magic act as he's putting the nail in the Dallas Cowboys. How do you like to be the NFL Network come draft day? Dallas top 10, Miami top 10, Giants top 3. This to name a few franchises that will be picking high in the draft the way things are. I don't see Dallas getting it together. I see Dallas going 6-11, 7-10. I don't see Dallas. I told you people, I warned you about Dallas. You know, who else is a marquee team? You may see the Jets in the top 10 if they fold. New England in the top 3, definitely. Tennessee, who cares? Raiders may be in the top 10. So you're going to have a lot of franchises from the past uh, picking in the top 10 of this draft this year. It's going to be fun. I mean, to see Dallas, Miami, all these teams in the top 10 is going to be fun in the draft this year. And I'll say it again, I don't think the Dolphin media don't realize how good the Rams are. They're going to find out Monday night. And I said it before, I'll say it again. You better hope that Love is effing up by the time Miami you get the Lambeau. I'm giving you the Raiders and the Patriot wins. You're gonna be 4-7 going into that game. You're gonna be talking all this bunko about we can make a playoff push. We'll find out, and we're gonna find out quicker than you think because we're heading to Thanksgiving. So I'll be watching the game from my mother's beautiful plus. I forgot they call those sofas that they swing around. But mom got one of those bad girls in her beautiful palatial home. I can say that nicely about mom's place. Give me 1 second. Yeah. So uh, I'll be at mom's eating buffalo wings and sweet potato pie. I will move with some strawberry ice cream on top, enjoying uh, Bears Lions. I'm interested. I could care less about Cowboy Giants. That game is a disaster. Where you gonna have Tom Brady and Kevin Burkhardt reminiscing the days of Emmitt Smith and make excuses for Dallas? You know, for Dallas's sake, I hope these two pickups work out for them. I think the running back will. I don't know about the kid receiver they got from Carolina. The running back will, and that's what Dallas needs. If these kids work out for Dallas, then Dallas will be 6-3. There'll be no excuses for them, and they'll be 5-5, I believe, going into that one. What's that? Week 13. Uh, they'll probably be 5-5, 6-5. Cowboys schedule because they're not beating the Eagles Sunday though. Eagles, I love them over 41. Another player that should be on here is Saquon Barkley. What a monster year he's having. And like I said before, uh, when you look at Dallas, it's just not there. Now they can salvage maybe going 9-8. They can make a run like that. I like the pickups they made. You know, national media. See, this is why you don't listen to the ESPNs of the world because they want teams to get stars. Sometimes it just goes to show you football fans, not the ones who listen to the national media, the ones who are fantasy players. Those are the smart fans. Okay, those are smart ones. I don't know about the receiver, but I like the running back they got from the Bears. I do. It should help Dallas. The media wants them to go out and get Saquon Barkley. That's why you can't listen to the national media. Can't. They're just silly when it comes to the goddamn Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? And what I said about Miami, get back to them. You're gonna find out Monday night how good the Rams are. Healthy. Now there're gonna be a lot of Miami fans at the game. I have to tell you that right now. I'll say there'll be about 40,000 Dolphin fans at that game Monday night. But you're gonna find out how good Williams is, the running back, how good Puka the core is, of course, um, Cooper Cup. You're gonna find out on Monday night. If I'm the Dolphins, I keep running the football. They look great on Sunday. That was the best Tua played in his life on Sunday. When Tua is trying to throw the Tyreek, and someone said today they should, oh, it was Omar Kelly, but they should get rid of Waddle during the off season. I just know this: if the Dolphins lose one of these games to New England or the Raiders, it is going to be brutal for them going down the stretch. And I think the Dolphins, and we'll talk about the Dolphins exclusively Saturday night. They put all their heart in that Buffalo game. They should have, and they missed again. They missed again, and I was very, very pleased with the way they played the game. I watched that game in my hospital bed Sunday. I watched it in my Uber on my way home on Sunday. One of the best football games I've seen in a while. And the difference is like I've been saying, if you have the best quarterback in your division by far, you're gonna have the best team in your division. Or in Buffalo's case, you have a quarterback to compete with anybody. See, back in the day, Marino was the best. The problem, Jim Kelly can compete with him. That's why Buffalo beat them in the 90s. Because Jim Kelly had everything Miami didn't have. Vernon Thomas to begin one. I think the offensive line back then was even. I think when Keith Jackson joined the Dolphins, that was a game changer into the championship game. And you could fill in the blanks by everything else. Blackhawks and Red Wings just started. Oh, Lamar was great on Sunday. Kirk Cousins was outstanding also on Sunday. I saw a little bit of that in the hospital. Good job by Atlanta. Atlanta swept Tampa, so they're going to win that division with New Orleans and Carolina. I'm not highlighting them, even though they're going to be in the lottery. Now that Carolina got split with New Orleans, uh, I get the feeling one of those two will be the number one pick in the draft. Maybe the loser of this game Sunday in Germany. And trust me, don't watch the game, folks. Go do something else better with yourselves. Giants in Carolina, 9:30 Eastern. Uh, do something better with yourself. Okay. Kirk Cousins was outstanding. Number two, and I gotta give him. He can be number one on this list, but he's gonna be number two. The performance Patrick Mahomes put on, and him and Hopkins is already working magic. That is going to be deadly going down the stretch for the Chiefs. Mahomes looked like old Mahomes Monday night, and him and Hopkins already are connecting. So, uh, three touchdowns for Patrick. Kareem Hunt was outstanding in that game. Chiefs now looking more and more like the Chiefs of a couple of years ago, and they're going to be a very tough out in the AFC. It is going to be tough. Right now, I'll tell you the team people are sleeping on, and we're going to do them Friday night up here in straight football. Steelers are looking very, very good, folks. They got their last 9 games. Kansas City at home, at Philly. They're going to be in Washington Sunday. We'll do that game. And they got their whole division. Baltimore next week. I'm still deciding if I'm going to do Bears, Packers, or I'm going to do Baltimore and Pittsburgh next week. Late game next week, uh, Buffalo and Kansas City. I'll be back at 7:20 Eastern time for the Bengals against the Chargers next week. They flexed out of the Colts and the Jets, thank God. Flexed out of that. Thank the Lord they flexed out of that game. Good job, NBC, getting out of that Jet bandwagon. Mahomes was excellent on on Monday night. So was Baker Mayfield, by the way. So, you know, good job by Patrick winning in overtime. And number one was Joe Burrow's on fire right now. Bengals, don't look now. They win tomorrow. They will have salvaged their season, and their schedule gets easier. Take a look. Yeah. Prescott's out indefinitely. It's going to be a few weeks. I love Lattimore going to the Redskins. Smith going to the Lions. Excellent moves. Steelers getting Mike Williams and getting Smith from Green Bay. Excellent moves by those teams. All right, this is the Bengals the rest of the way. Okay. Ravens tomorrow. At the Chargers next Sunday night. We're going to do that game. Then they're bye. Then they got the Steelers week 13 and week 18. They're home for Pittsburgh in December. At Dallas, they should win that one, especially now that there'll be no Dak Prescott. Tennessee at home. I mean, at Tennessee, Cleveland, the Broncos. That's going to be a good one because both of those teams will be playing for something. Then at the Steelers, their schedule is very manageable. They can get the win tomorrow night. Their schedule is very manageable. They don't. They're gonna have to do it with some guts. I think again, I'm taking the Rams with the 2.5. I think the Miami media don't know how good the Rams are. They're gonna find out Monday night. If they play like they did Sunday, they could win that game, folks. They could win a lot of games if they play like they did Sunday. I remember I said a year and a half ago up here that this is the way they should play and let Tua be a game manager. Already that idiot coach McDaniel scoffed at it because he's an idiot. That's why people in Miami want him gone. And I'll tell you right now, they lose Monday. They lose Monday night and then lose to either to the Patriots or to the Raiders at home with their schedule after that Patriot game. Ain't looking good, folks. I'll tell you right now. Not looking good. And I'll tell you, and I said it before, one of the things, and we'll talk about this more Saturday night, one of the things, again, that hurts the Dolphins is they've always been a soft team that do some of the dumbest things you wonder. I mean, look at the coaches. You already hear Dolphin fans talk about Mike Vrabel. Mike Vrabel is not going to Miami. You may get Bill Belichick to go, especially if you can let Bill bring in his people. Boy, I tell you, Jacksonville, uh, Dallas, the Giants, Philly, Buffalo, if they don't get it done this year, there's going to be a lot of places. New Orleans. I don't think he'll go to New Orleans only because he's not going to get the power from Mickey Loomis. That's why he's not going to New Orleans. Uh, Chicago, that fits Bill because of the weather. He likes cold weather places. Chicago. Eberflus is going to be gone. Chicago. Will Haslam give him power in Cleveland? When he goes to Cleveland, he's going to clean house. He'll keep the defense, of course. Defense is Super Bowl caliber. Problem with Cleveland is uh, Watson's inept and offensive line problems. But if you're him, Cleveland's attractive. For him, it would be. Go back and do unfinished business there. That would be a story. You know, people talking about the Jets, forget the Jets. He ain't going to the Jets. It's not. You know, there'll be some places he can go. Broncos and Chiefs Sunday. I won't be doing the game Monday night. I'll be off. I'll be watching it in my living room. So we'll do the Dolphins on Saturday night. That'll be open panel. We'll talk about a lot of things. Tomorrow's open panel, as we'll be doing the Ravens game. And every time I do straight football, that is open panel. And Dolphins, of course, fooling themselves as I'm reading their bullshit. But boy, I tell you, Tua looked great on Sunday. That's the way they should play that type of football. That's winning football. But coach scoffed at it. He's an idiot. And they'll keep throwing the football around to no success. And then we'll see what happens then. So, let me give a shout out to one of my favorite people in the world who I love so much. Uh, one of the great sports commentators and one of the great baseball historians and enthusiasts to ever walk this earth, Bob Costas, has officially retired from doing sports games. In other words, he won't be doing play-by-play no more. Yankees Indians was his last one ever, and we're gonna miss Bob. I make fun of Bob at times because Bob is funny. I mean, if you listen to him closely, the man is talking facts. The problem with Bob is so damn serious, especially with the baseball, that if you don't really follow baseball, you're nothing to Bob Costas. You know what I'm saying? Let's read this bullshit story. All right, Barry Jackson's at it again. Went to meetings, GM meetings this week in San Antonio. They're talking about Dodgers first base coach being interviewed for the Marlins job, Clayton McCullough. Let's see what else is happening. I like reading this type of stuff. Yeah, Miami Herald always giving me problems with bullshit. So I'm gonna do that game tomorrow. Bengal game. That should be a good one tomorrow night. I'll be on the air 25 to 8 Eastern for that game tomorrow night. Burrow's hot, Lamar's hot. Baker Mayfield 25 touchdowns, 5 touchdown lead on both Lamar and Joe Burrow. Baker's having a hell of a year. It's too bad he lost his two receivers. It's too bad. But I'm gonna go Lamar as the MVP again because I think Detroit will stump their toe, and I think Baltimore will pick it up another gear. They're in Pittsburgh next Sunday, and I'm making a choice. Do I want to see offense Derby, Chicago, Green Bay, or do I want to see two of the most boringest teams when they play each other, Pittsburgh and Baltimore? Oh, those games are terrible. If you want to see offense, that's not the game to see. Now, maybe this year Lamar will step it up, but then again, Lamar against the Steelers know him so well. Capitals 1-1 with the Predators behind me as I get ready for Phoenix, Miami in a few minutes. But the game I'm really going to sit back and watch is Denver and Oklahoma City. I'm going to go with Denver tonight +7. Damn, when since you've seen a Denver team +7 at home? Denver's not that bad, folks. Pelicans up 7 on the undefeated Cavaliers. Memphis up 18-12 on the Lakers. 5 minutes left in the first. Knicks up on Atlanta 56-52. Indiana up 4 on the Pancho Bandero less Orlando Magic early in the third. Detroit with a big win against the Lakers the other night, down 6 to Charlotte. Houston up 22-8 on the Spurs. Dallas and Chicago in 10 minutes. And you got Toronto at Sacramento later tonight, and the 1-5 Sixers against the 3-4 Clippers in that new basketball palace that is built in Inglewood, California. Warriors ahead of the Celtics by 2. That game is an ESPN game midway through the second. So that's your NBA coverage. Hockey tonight. Let me see what's happening in the National. That's what they call themselves. Pretty cool. Uh, Washington, the game behind me, 1-1 with Nashville. Midway through the second. Detroit, Chicago, no score. Vegas and Edmonton about to start in about 2 minutes. So Vegas and Edmonton. I'm gonna chill and watch a little of that while I'm drinking a gallon of water because I have to drink this type of water for the rest of my life, which I don't mind. So 10 minutes left in this one, and then I will see you tomorrow night for the big one. Burrow rematch with Lamar. First game, Lamar won in overtime. 60-yard run by Derrick Henry took him to the 5 yard line, and the Ravens wanted to win that game. That was a great game, by the way. I think that was like week 5. And we'll have the rematch tomorrow night. Sunday, Pittsburgh at Washington. We'll do straight football late Friday night on the Pittsburgh Steelers and how the Pittsburgh Steelers and Mike Tomlin have managed the season. Right now, if you had to pick a coach of the year, you got to go with Tom. Dan Campbell's already won, and we expected the Lions to be this good. You know, so uh, what a job by him. A team I would be very worried about is Houston right now. They're not clicking the way they should be clicking. I don't know when Nico Collins is coming back. They already lost Diggs for the year. And boy, wasn't that scary the other night when Mahomes went down? Oh my lord! I mean, I was like saying, boy, is the NFL screwed? But Mahomes showing why he's Mahomes. All right, Vegas and Edmonton get ready to start in a few minutes. I will be watching that. Also, I'll be keeping my eye on the Suns and the Heat, and of course Nuggets and Nuggets and Thunder. Thunder's undefeated, folks. They are destroying. I picked them to win the NBA title. My NBA championship, and I picked this back in August when the Knicks got Bridges, Mikal Bridges. I had Knicks Oklahoma City. I'm gonna stick with that. Feel strongly about that. Knicks and OKC in the finals of the NBA. Hockey's a little different. You know, I picked Colorado and Jersey, but I tell you the way the Panthers have come out strong, folks. They're looking like champions. And again, Billy Zito, Vinny Viola, awesome job. Got the Stanley Cup down in South Florida. And I don't think the people in South Florida appreciate it enough because they'll have their candles lit, still hoping for the Dolphins to do something. Well, you better keep hoping. You better keep that candle lit and don't burn down the house. Oh my God. Connor McDavid's back. So get ready for Edmonton and Vegas. So we'll see Lamar. Thumbnail will be up tomorrow afternoon for that game and the Steelers and Redskins on Sunday. So you'll have the thumbnails up, represent those two big games this week. Probably the two best games of the week. So, I want to thank Miss Melina, the kind words. Iman is going nuts because crypto went crazy today, way up 78 and a half thousand dollars. People in the clouds, Daniel Berry. I want to thank all of you being here this evening with me. I will be back tomorrow night for the big game watch party and open panel. You guys come up and talk, whatever you want to do. Friday night, all about football, open panel. You want to come up, talk about your team, you can. And then Saturday night, we'll do the plight of the Dolphins, which way they're going in their future. Because I got news for the Dolphins and their media. Their fans know this, believe it or not, but the media is still dreaming. Their fans know this and realize this. This team is just not good enough to beat anybody that is competitive. I mean, you look at the top six teams in the AFC: Kansas City, Pittsburgh, Baltimore, Houston, the Chargers, the Bills. That's six teams right there. You think the Dolphins can go on the road and beat any of those teams? I'm just saying. Harbaugh is the head man now in California. He's not the flunky coach who, by the way, for his ineptitude to San Francisco, by the way. Let's look at the Niners on defense. San Francisco back this week. Who the hell they're playing this week? See where the 49ers are at this week. As they get off their bye. They're at Tampa this week. I give them a good chance to win that one. Tampa, both of these teams are beating them. Then Seattle at home, at Green Bay. That's the big one. At Green Bay in exactly 2 weeks. And we'll be in Lambeau for that. You know, damn well we'll be in Lambeau for that one. At Orchard Park. Then after the Bears at home, Rams at home, then they go to Miami. And that's not going to be easy. You know, end of the year in Arizona. NFC West is going to be interesting. Right now, you got to like the Rams. My heart is with Kyler Murray, but you have to right now like the Rams in the West. And on that note, I am out. As we'll say thank you to everybody, and we'll definitely catch up tomorrow night. Open panel. 305 is in the building. Say what's up to my brother and arms. Much love and respect to you too, man. You know that. You know how I feel about you, bro. Feeling good today, 305. Feeling good, man. You go enjoy your wrestling. I'll be on tomorrow night. Pull up for the football game. Bengals and Ravens. I'll be on at 25 to 8 tomorrow night. I have a watch party, open panel. Talk about whatever you want. Do that tomorrow night. Good to see 305 in the building. What I love about 305 so much is he has a lot of passion for football. He doesn't care about anything. Well, he likes a little basketball, but he really loves football. And he's the type of fan I can relate to. There you go, man. I love you, man. Yeah, I know you got the flu. I'm praying for you, fam. Feel better, bro. It's like you was there for me when I was in the hospital. Yeah, I know. 305 enjoy because he's switching channels. AEW is competing with Next. Hey Jordan, you and your soccer, how you doing, fam? Jordan Hyman in the building. I am going to watch some hockey and some NBA. I just love hockey. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh yeah, that's 305. Yeah. Well, what's wrong, nephew? You got me right here. What's rough? I was in the hospital for a while. What's going on? They're still harassing you, man? They're still bothering you, man? Jordan, they still bothering you, bro? I'm gonna get the hell out of here. That part with you in the hospital, Uncle Mace. Oh, that part with me in the hospital? Hey, I'm a fighter, bro. I'll be alright. Just got a little infected. I cleaned it out. They cleaned it out for me. Oh, I cleaned it out myself. I'm good now. I'm back to the way I was before. I'll be alright, man. Pull up tomorrow night because tomorrow I'm gonna have open panel. I'm gonna have um you guys can talk what you want to talk about while I'm doing the football game. You want to talk soccer, wrestling, whatever you guys want to talk about. Let me put this woman on. Oh, I forgot my remote's gone. I know, Jordan. I'm your uncle on YouTube. I know I'm a lot of people's uncles on YouTube. I really appreciate being called Uncle Mace. I do. Probably because I've raised my two nephews to be the fine young men they are today. And Jordan, you're fine too, bro. You're a good kid, man. Good, fine young man. I am out of here, everybody. Jordan, you're the best. I will see you tomorrow night in 23 hours. So let me go run and watch this Oiler game. Watch the Heat and the Suns, Nuggets, and OKC. I am out of here. Good night from the Oasis. People in the clouds, appreciate you. Thank you for some of the cash apps I was sent tonight. Appreciate you. Good night from the Oasis, everybody. See you tomorrow night for football. Bengals, Ravens. Good night, everybody. Good night, Jordan. Appreciate you, your love and support. Man. 305, you the best. Good night, everybody.